TV star or stock market fraud? The shocking truth about Sanjeev Bhasin. Imagine this: someone who appears on TV every day giving you stock market advice, someone you trust as an expert. What if that very person was secretly robbing you behind the scenes? Can you even imagine that the stock tip you invested lakhs into was actually part of a setup? This is the story of Sanjeev Bhasin, a name once regarded as a stock market pro, but now he stands accused of cheating investors, and 𝐟𝐨𝐵I has cracked down on him. A fraud that not only caused financial loss but also shattered the trust that investors had built over years. Today, we'll dive deep into this very story. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you get all the updates on our latest videos first. So let's get started with today's eye-opening discussion without any delay. Sanjeev Bhasin's name has long needed no introduction in the financial world. He was a regular face on television channels like Zee Business, ET Now, and CNBC Awaaz, and millions of investors followed his advice blindly. Formerly a director at iifl Securities, Bhasin later continued in a consultant role and regularly shared stock recommendations on iifl's Telegram channel. He had established himself as a trustworthy investment advisor, but 𝐟𝐨𝐵I's recent investigation has raised serious questions about his entire image. This case is not just a legal issue, it shakes the very foundation of ethics and trust upon which investors rely. 𝐟𝐨𝐵I's investigation has uncovered revelations that have shaken the entire market. Bhasin is accused of misleading investors through a pump-and-dump scheme. In this strategy, stocks are first bought at low prices, then hyped heavily on television and social media to attract investors. As stock prices rise, Bhasin and his associates sell off their holdings at a profit. Once the excitement dies down and retail investors begin selling, prices crash, and the hard-earned money of common investors gets wiped out. The most dangerous part of this entire operation was the immense influence of Bhasin's advice. Investors trusted him without question, which made it easy to manipulate sentiment and trigger massive financial losses for the public. 𝐟𝐨𝐵I dug deep into the scheme and found that Sanjeev Bhasin was directing his dealers through WhatsApp messages and phone calls. The stocks he praised on TV were already bought in advance by his close associates. As soon as the public, influenced by his recommendations, started investing, the stock prices surged, allowing Bhasin and his circle to exit with profits the very same day. The entire operation was so well-planned and strategic that no one suspected a thing. People believed they were acting on trusted advice, while in reality, they had unknowingly become part of a manipulative setup. 𝐟𝐨𝐵I has seized 11.37 crore of illegal profits and frozen all of Bhasin's bank and demat accounts. In addition, 𝐟𝐨𝐵I has ordered all individuals involved to respond within 21 days and submit a complete disclosure of their assets. This is only an interim order. The investigation is still ongoing, and harsher action could follow. A show-cause notice has also been issued, questioning why they should not be permanently banned and subjected to penalty and recovery with interest. Several close relatives and associates of Sanjeev Bhasin were involved in executing the scheme. The trades were conducted through a brokerage firm called 𝐼fl Master Securities, run by his cousin Lalit Bhasin and brother-in-law Ashish Kapoor. Other names linked to the operation include Rajiv Kapoor, Jagat Singh, Praveen Gupta, and Babita Gupta. All of them were interconnected and functioned as a coordinated network, working in sync, circulating capital and sharing inside information, making this fraudulent scheme alarmingly efficient and dangerous. 𝐟𝐨𝐵I even provided specific examples of this scheme in action. On 11th January 2022, Sanjeev Bhasin bought shares of L&T Technology Services, praised the stock on TV, and then sold it the same day, making a profit of 1.36 lakh rupees. Similarly, on 7th February 2024, he bought shares of Parag Milk Foods, called it a special pick on air, and exited the same day with a profit of 8.4 lakh rupees. All of this was executed so cleverly that the average investor never suspected a thing. Using his position and influence, he orchestrated this entire scheme like a well-planned financial crime. The scam came to light after 3 complaints were filed with 𝐟𝐨𝐵I in September and October 2023. The complaints alleged that some individuals were manipulating the market by giving stock recommendations on TV. 𝐟𝐨𝐵I began an extensive investigation covering the period from January 2020 to June 2024. In June 2024, a search operation was conducted in the NCR region, during which 𝐟𝐨𝐵I seized mobile devices, WhatsApp chats, call recordings, and audio clips, all of which confirmed the scam. The investigation was wide-ranging, and the findings were truly shocking. The most astonishing detail is that Sanjeev Bhasin was neither a 𝐟𝐨𝐵I registered research analyst nor an investment advisor, yet he continued to issue stock recommendations under the iifl brand name, making them appear credible. 𝐟𝐨𝐵I has deemed this a direct violation of the Prohibition of Fraudulent and Unfair Trade Practices (PFUTP) regulations. This case is a stark example of how high-profile individuals can carry out massive frauds, especially when there's even a minor lapse in regulatory oversight. iifl Securities distanced itself from the entire case, stating that Sanjeev Bhasin was not a board member. He was associated with the company purely as an independent consultant, and his contract, originally valid until 30th June 2024, was terminated early on 17th June. The company added that Bhasin had informed them of 𝐟𝐨𝐵I's investigation but did not share any specific details. They made it clear that this is a matter related to Sanjeev Bhasin's personal conduct, and the company has no connection to his actions. 𝐟𝐨𝐵I has issued a warning to investors, advising them not to blindly trust any stock tip or recommendation, especially those made on public platforms like TV or social media. If an advisor is not 𝐟𝐨𝐵I registered, trusting their advice can result in severe financial losses. This entire incident underscores a harsh reality. Big names and flashy appearances are no guarantee of honesty. Legal expert Nirali Mehta remarked that this case is a wake-up call showing how media can be misused for market manipulation. She urged everyday investors to always verify the background of anyone giving investment advice. Because if those you trust use that very trust to profit at your expense, the damage goes beyond money, it breaks faith. This is the story of a man who once inspired millions of investors with his advice, but ended up turning their hopes to ashes. What further revelations 𝐟𝐨𝐵I investigation may bring is yet to be seen, but one thing is clear: this incident has shaken the entire stock market ecosystem. Now, the responsibility lies with investors to be aware, to ask questions, and to do their own research before investing. Because when it comes to loss, the blame doesn't lie entirely with others. Some of it is ours too.
Has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.